Welcome to the Steph Daily Podcast. Without you guys, this wouldn't be possible. And thank you guys for subscribing. We're blessed enough to have an interview the second time he's been on. Bigfoot researcher, dogman researcher, David Mills. How are you doing tonight, sir? We're doing today,
doing pretty
sir.
good. I'm doing great, man. Sitting out here in the woods. Luckily, I got Wi-Fi to be able to make this happen.
Man, I'll tell you, that's some redneck technology right there, man.
You can see the tent behind us here.
Are you doing Bigfoot hunting?
Well, we're kind of doing some deer hunting, but you always look for Bigfoot when we're out. That's for sure.
Oh yeah,
we heard some tree knocks in this area a couple weekends ago, and wow. You never can say it was a Bigfoot or whatever. The Bigfoot world's blown up so big now. Everybody's out looking and seeing finding Bigfoot so much. Everybody's knocking on trees, so you don't know what to believe out of it anymore. So we keep our ears out, keep our ears on, and just keep looking.
Absolutely. Have you seen any evidence close to your campsite, like footprints or anything?
No, nothing like that.
Structures?
No, nothing like that. Nothing than normal tree fall, deadfall that you normally see in the woods. Yeah, I mean, you could look at some things, say, yeah, they're a little weird, but you look above the trees above you and it'll tell a whole different story once you start putting it together.
Yeah, man, you was telling me about a very interesting story about somebody telling you about Bigfoot hollering at their dog's name or something, calling their dog.
Yeah, actually, yeah. It was actually on another podcast. I can't remember exactly which one it was. I listened to so many of them, just trying to gather all the information I can, but this older gentleman, he claimed that he had a Bigfoot around his house, and when he would let his dog out, his dog was named Peanut, and he would hear Peanut coming out of the woods, somebody hollering Peanut out of the woods, and he just thinks it was this Bigfoot that was running around his house. I thought that was kind of strange that he could actually, maybe speak English, put that together.
Greg Yost actually told a story that he was in a tent and he kept hearing the name Greg. He heard it all night, and he said he was too, I don't know if he was like scared to go out or whatever, something, but he said that he regrets not going out there and talking to him.
Right, I'd say so. He's so involved with this. I mean, it's truly a passion for that man. I've seen him get pretty emotional at a couple of campouts, so if he's saying that, I'm going to say I believe him. I met him personally, and talked to him, and yeah, I'd say he's a stand-up guy. I haven't never heard of him, putting anything false forward. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. He's one of the best researchers out there. Don Neal is another good one as well.
Yeah, I've heard of him, and like to start chatting with him a little bit on Facebook.
Earl, obviously, Earl's one of the best researcher here in Eastern Kentucky. I mean, he don't got no competition.
Well, man, that makes it easy for him.
Yeah, what Earl does here in Eastern Kentucky for the Eastern Kentucky people, man, being basically the only researcher here and doing investigations and stuff, man. I mean, he's doing stuff that people won't even touch, like witnesses, and what he does, like talking to witnesses and stuff and doing the research on it and the investigations and stuff. There's people that won't even touch Eastern Kentucky, but man, what he's doing, definitely got to respect him. And I know you also do some stuff here in Eastern Kentucky as well.
Oh yeah. We, like I said, we got down to Daniel Boone once. We plan on many more trips there. My whole family's from Eastern Kentucky. I know quite a bit about the areas. So yeah, I plan on that. And like I said, I'd like to get with you and maybe get Earl together, and let's get out and see what we can go find.
Absolutely, man. It'd be awesome. There's a lot of witness sightings here, a lot of stuff that people can't explain. I mean, a lot of knocks and stuff. I mean, Earl has seen 2 Bigfoots, one in Perry County and one actually in the Slade area. Have you heard of Slade? That's supposed to be a hotbed right there.
Yeah, I've heard of it down in there. Can't remember exactly where it is down there, but I have heard of it. But yeah, I need to definitely get down in Eastern Kentucky. I have seen a couple things down there that would make me to believe there might be something there. I've seen, I got pictures of it. I have to show you sometime. Is about a 5-inch tree limb hanging in a tree, and no damage anywhere in a tree, but that limb itself looked like it was turned into a corkscrew and broke down. And that was, like I said, it was quite a ways up in the air. I'd say 10 to 12 feet up in the air that was, about a 5-inch limb. That was pretty interesting.
Wow, man, that's insane. There's a lot of stuff here in East Kentucky that people can't explain. I mean, I'll tell you about the sighting that Earl told me about here at the creek. It's not really a creek, it's kind of a waterfall going into the creek and the lake. Each direction, right. The lake's like this way, the creek's going this way. It goes into both, the waterfall does, and somebody was kayaking from the lake to the waterfall and seen something about 7 to 7.5 feet walking upright on top of the cliff above the waterfall. And they said it looked like a black ape or something.
Huh. Well, sounds like a pretty good sighting to me if you can see it that clearly, Yeah. I'd be interested if they got any more details about what happened.
Earl definitely knows way more about it than me. He did the research like 3 days after he couldn't find anything, but he said the witness was very credible, and he actually knows the witness personally, so he would know if the witness would lie or not. He absolutely believes that the witness seen Bigfoot and is telling truth.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. Well, you can tell a lot when you get face to face with somebody,
You actually know them.
Yeah, especially if you actually know them and know their character. That makes it a little easier. Even one of my friends that I know that in my personal circle came to me and said they saw one, we'd be going right now, try to find it again, because I totally believe them. It's but like you said, he listens to all story stuff that people won't touch. If you're not listening to everything, I think you're in my opinion, you're failing. You never know what might go together with all this stuff as far as paranormal or aliens even. I mean, that's it's there's so many theories out there, but unfortunately, I mean, anybody could be right. It's just don't know if anybody will ever be proven right, but it's to me, it's I really want to get my eyes on one. And most people you see with their cameras are staying put. They're not going toward it, trying to get a better picture. Me, I'm running toward it. I'm going to get the best picture I can. That's for sure.
Absolutely, man. I think seeing Bigfoot would be awesome, but definitely would rather see Bigfoot than see aliens. But I've seen a UFO before, and what the guy that I had on last weekend, Russ Kellett from the UK, he got abducted by aliens and stuff, man, and actually was in the war. There's he said there was some war that the aliens was going on and stuff, and he was actually fought for some aliens or something like that. It was a very interesting story, man, and that guy was telling the truth. You can tell by his face, man. He was he said, this is not something that you want to happen. He said, I definitely did not ask for this and definitely do not want it to happen again.
Right.
I mean, that guy was telling the truth, man. I definitely believe there is aliens out there, and I believe that aliens possibly could be very evil.
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
I've
been actually talking. What's that?
Did you watch that interview?
No, but if you'd send me that link, I'd love to watch that one for sure. That sounds like a real good one. I actually been talking to a guy. He claims to still get abducted up until this day. He seems pretty sincere. He's been in newspapers and all kinds of stuff. So I've been talking with him, trying to get more deep in his details. But
will he be on?
Unfortunately, it seems to be leading back to his book that he wrote, buy my book kind of deal. So I don't know how open he is going to be talking to somebody, without buying his book first, kind of deal.
One thing's for sure, I'm not going to buy people's book just to have them on.
Right.
But Kentucky Music Mafia came on podcast 3 or 4 times, and I bought one of their hats and bought a shirt off of them. So if you support my podcast and come on, I eventually will buy stuff off of you.
Well, I sent you a hat. It should be there Monday.
Definitely appreciate that, and we'll definitely be representing it. I don't know if you've seen, but we're going to be having a weekly music show every Tuesday.
Nice. Yeah, I seen that. Catch it when I can, for sure. Like I said, my life's so busy being a service manager. I'm 24 hours, 7 days a week on call kind of deal. So
Oh, man.
it's hard to find time to do the stuff I like and enjoy other than work.
The thing is, man, if you want to listen to the podcast, all of them are on Spotify and stuff, so you can just listen to the audio.
There you go. Yeah. I can throw my earbuds in and go at it.
Yeah. And that one with Russ Kellett last weekend, man, the guy that got abducted by UFOs and stuff. He got abducted, I believe he said maybe the last time was like 4 years ago.
Yeah.
He has books, man, but he didn't even ask me to even buy one or anything. He's been on BBC. He's in the UK. He's been on
Yeah.
what is that? Coast to Coast. He's been on Coast to Coast.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That's a big platform.
Absolutely. He
Yeah.
he didn't ask for anything. He just wanted to do the interview. He's one of the nicest people. He's a really cool guy, and you should definitely add him on Facebook as well, man. He has some stories that just give you chills.
Yeah, definitely. Text me his name or something. I'll definitely look him up. Definitely always looking into something like that. I actually joined MUFON to get some pretty cool information from them guys. That's there's some weird stories on there for sure.
Yeah, definitely wouldn't mind having people on from that MUFON you said. I've heard of
Yeah,
that group.
MUFON. Yeah, it's let's see, what is it? United UFO Network, I believe it is.
Yeah,
Mutual
absolutely.
mutual something. Anyway, they're the world's largest UFO network. Let's just put it that way.
I heard something about a possible rumor that you might be creating your own podcast.
Yeah. Been in the makings for about 3 years now. It's not something I'm going to depend on for, any sort of monies per se. I just want to meet different people that have had experiences of different types, no matter what it is. And just make new friends and just put my opinion out there, I guess, whatever that's worth.
There ain't much money in podcasting. So if you do podcasting, you're definitely doing it just for the fun of it, man, because there's no money in this. I mean,
Right.
I barely make enough to pay the Zoom bill.
Right. Yeah, I've spent all kinds of money and all the equipment and everything. I said I'll never get this back, but this is for me. It's me and my friends and family and whoever we might run across.
Yeah, I appreciate everybody watching the interviews, though, man. Watching the interviews that I do. I mean, 12,000 views on a interview with Joe Tada is definitely very humbling, and I definitely appreciate it. It's crazy, man. And
Yeah.
just as long as you're having fun with it, man, the people will watch. I mean, dude, I'm at 148, less than a year doing the, well, I said less than a year. I've been doing it for a year, but I've been doing YouTube since January.
Right. That's awesome. That's really cool. Just to know that many people are watching you and interested in what you're interested in. That's what the really cool part is.
Yeah. What makes it fun is I don't just do one subject. I mean, if I talked about Bigfoot all the time, it would be aggravating. I'm not gonna lie to you. If I talked about dogmen all the time, I couldn't do it. If I talked
Right.
about music all the time, it would be boring. I couldn't do it. If I talked
Right.
about wrestling all the time, I know you're a big fan of wrestling as well.
Yeah.
Love wrestling too, man.
Yeah. That's what we do. I mean, that's what our format's going to be. We're going to talk about everything: ghost, treasure hunting, just literally anything. It's not just Bigfoot. I mean, that's where the rest of my group comes in. I'm the more the Bigfoot dogman kind of guy. My buddy Danny, which you just saw, my brother, I think he leans more toward the paranormal type stuff. My wife, she's into the paranormal and witchy types things. So we bring a little bit of everything, and treasure hunting's always been a passion. If you were a little boy in the 70s and 80s, out running in the woods, digging a hole, just hoping to find a piece of gold or just anything, that was probably 90% of the young boys in the 80s. We were always looking for something.
Do you have a metal detector?
Oh, I do. Yeah.
Oh,
yep.
Man, that's what you should create a YouTube channel and just do that. That gets a lot of views, man. That is really cool stuff. I actually watch what is that guy's? I forget his channel, but I watch a metal detecting channel, man. He goes around people's house and finds coins that are worth thousands of dollars and stuff. It's crazy.
Oh yeah, I found some pretty cool stuff. I found an old U.S. Army knife that was buried in a tin in the middle of a field. It was just about 8-10 inches down, just buried in a field. Pulled the knife out of the tin, and the knife was pretty much perfect. It was wrapped in some sort of wax paper, and it preserved it pretty good because it wasn't rusty. I think my dad still got that knife. We found that probably like in 1983. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. Get out and just see what kind of cool thing you might dig out of the ground for sure.
Absolutely, man.
I watch a young guy on I think his channel's called Green Mountain Metal Detecting or something like that. He does find some really cool stuff. He goes into rivers and stuff and finds cell phones, and then he'll take them and sell them, and
Oh, so he had millions of subscribers. I think you know who you're talking about. Where's he live? Mississippi or something like that?
I want to say this young guy lives in West Virginia, I think, or something like that. Might not be the same guy, but there's a few of them on there. I watch a few of them already. And then you got Gary Drayden. That guy's phenomenal. He finds things that you never would think possible.
I'm gonna check him out, man. I love that stuff. I love metal detecting stuff just as much as Bigfoot and Dogman and ghost hunting, and Mothman is also one of my favorite cryptids as well.
Yeah, Mothman. Yeah, I don't know. Mothman is actually one of the ones I haven't looked into a whole lot. I know the whole story. I know there's sightings and everything. But I don't know. For some reason, Mothman just never grabbed me and made me look into it any deeper than just the main story. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's creepy, man. Every time Mothman is seen, there's like a disaster that happens, and every time there's like somebody that sees the Mothman, the Man in Black always follows. A couple days later.
that daggone Man in Black. I tell you what, them guys are everywhere.
Yeah.
That's
There's
for
been
sure.
there's been a couple people tell me that they've had some very weird encounters with the Man in Black.
Oh, really? Yeah, I'd be real curious to hear some of those stories, but unfortunately, not a lot of them share those stories if they have had contact with them.
We had some people come on that some of their people in their city have actually seen the Man in Black, and they have some of the witness papers of in Point Pleasant, the original ones where the witnesses send letters to each other. They got the original letters.
Oh, wow. That's really cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, supposed to be a
good.
precursor for some bad things happening. I don't know. I couldn't say either way. I would like to see it. I mean, that's for sure.
I don't know if I would want to see it though, because the disaster happens every time it's seen. I don't think
well,
I want to see Mothman.
I would definitely keep my eyes out for the next disaster possible, some Final Destination kind of stuff.
There's a disaster going on right now in the White
House. Oh man.
Oh god. I won't try to get political though, but let's go, Brandon.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh,
Inside joke.
yeah, dude, that song is amazing by Lowe's Alexander. Let's Go, Brandon. It's a rap song. It's the number one. It was the number one song in America, I believe. We're in the whole entire world.
Yeah, I heard it a couple of weeks ago or so. My wife was letting me listen to it. And I think that all started after the chants started happening at ball games and things. I think when he made that, wasn't it?
Oh, it was at a NASCAR thing, and the guy's name was Brandon, the NASCAR driver, and was yelling,
right. And the announcer said they're saying we are Brandon.
"So let's go, Brandon." She said they're obviously chanting, "Let's go, Brandon."
Excuse me. Yeah, that's pretty funny stuff.
Yeah, I thought about putting a video title as "Let's Go, Brandon" and talking about the whole situation, but I'd probably get kicked off of platforms and stuff.
Oh yeah, it's not a good idea to go anything political nowadays. My goodness, boy, I put a little post up on my page not long ago, and next thing I know, there was a full blown fight going on on my Facebook page, and I'm like, I had to pull the daggone thing down. It was driving me nuts, and then all these people going off. I was like, wow, that ended badly.
Yeah, you should have talked to the soft people. Let's go, Brandon. Then they would really have lost it.
Right.
Hey man, there was a story where one of my family members, their other, like, I'm kin to them by marriage, but their cousins would not leave them alone. They're a bunch of liberals, and they kept commenting on all her posts because she's a Trump supporter and stuff. And then I typed back, "You guys love cow farts because AOC said cow farts are bad for the environment, and we need to try to down the the amount of times the cow farts." And they've left her alone since then.
Yeah, that's funny. That's definitely stuff that we like to do. You know, we'll mess with people we know. We try
Well,
not to
it's
mess
not
with too many
people I
people we
know.
don't.
I just commented it. It's her
Right? Oh,
family.
I
I
got you.
actually know. Yeah, I
And
don't
they
even
left her
know.
alone.
Yeah, they
Nice.
didn't come back to me either.
Nice. Shut them
Yeah,
right down.
yeah. Actually, I have a politician on this Sunday at 7 p.m. Dr. Richard Van Dam. He's running for Congress here in Kentucky. I've had him on before, so I'm definitely not staying away from the political stuff.
I tell you what, it's probably you probably get a lot of views just to see what's going on.
Oh yeah, I do.
Yep.
Sometimes. I mean, not obviously not as much as the Joe Teddy interview with 12,000 views, but I mean,
Right.
uh, I don't really worry about how many views they get and stuff. I mean, it's nice, but man, I just love doing it, man. And,
Right.
yeah, man. I'll get off the political stuff. That's my fault. It's just funny. Let's go, Brandon. That's the last time I'll talk about
Let's
it.
go.
Let's go, Brandon. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, with our podcast, we're taking our time, you know. We're in no hurry. We're going to get a few episodes build up before we start posting anything. That way, in case we are too busy, we'll just, you know, we'll have something to post, you know, just to get something out there. And, you know, like I said, just fun. That's all.
Absolutely. And are you gonna do any political stuff? Or mostly Bigfoot stuff?
I'm going to try to stay away from the political stuff. I found that my political views probably much like yours are some people don't agree with too much.
Uh, if they don't like what I say, they don't have. They can hit the dislike button.
There you go. I mean, that's what it is.
Don't really care if they don't like me or not. They can kick rocks, and that's the nice way of saying
it. Right.
And I
Don't
can
even
say,
bother leaving a bad comment, huh?
oh, they can leave a bad comment. I love it. It's fine.
Yeah, I think that would be kind of just to see what kind of negativity this will bring out, you know, what kind of people I'm going to have to deal with in comments and things like that when we do get it up and running.
Oh, you'd be surprised. I've had some of the worst comments in the world. Not, it's just whatever. I mean, literally, these people are idiots, so it's all good.
Well, unfortunately, we got to deal with that 3% of the world population, you know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that you can go into podcasting, man. But you definitely just want to have fun with it and stuff.
Yeah, that's my goal.
Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of drama that goes with this, and a lot of people want to try to get the clout. I guess clout.
Right. Yeah.
Not that I'm not even saying I have clout, but there's some people try to get the little amount of clout that I've got, and
right.
People will backstab you. You just got to be careful with who you trust in this podcasting world.
Right. Yeah. I just got my personal friends, you know, like I said, my brothers and my wife. If I can't trust them, you
There's
can't
other
trust anybody.
podcasts I'm friends with. There's podcasts that I'm definitely friends with, and
yeah.
I mean, definitely I'm thankful for the friendships with other podcasts and stuff, and they're really good friends of mine. So I'm definitely thankful for that as well. You'll meet some really great people as well.
Yeah, you know, I'm up for promoting about anybody's stuff. So I like to help. You know, I put on my stuff. Guys that are just starting out, you know, everybody wants to be Sasquatch Chronicles or the Confessionals. Those guys got something special there, and I got news. It's not going to happen for most of them. If you're doing it for the money, you're doing it for the wrong reason.
I don't want to be Sasquatch Chronicles. I'm never. Do they have a big following?
Oh, ginormous following. I mean, they're
Wow.
worldwide. Wes
I've never
Germer, that
either.
guy, he created a monster there.
That's awesome, though. Definitely congratulations to them. And I'll definitely check them out. I mean, not that they need me as a listener, but definitely it seems interesting. And I mean, I'm definitely not doing this for the money, man. I'm doing it for the fun. And
Yep.
we get as many listeners as we can. I mean, I've got listeners from the UK, from Sweden, from Brazil. What is there's another place. Oh, Germany.
Wow.
I got
Yeah.
listeners from them. It tells you who listens to you on the Anchor app.
Right. Yeah. I've been looking at our Facebook page. That's pretty cool just to see that people from around the world that you would never think would be into Bigfoot or, anything like that, or actually following the page. Like, this is actually worldwide phenomenon that people are interested in. So that's pretty cool to see, like, people from like Portugal and things like that, friend you. I have a couple. I think I have some. I know I have some in Europe, the UK, Australia. That's pretty neat. Just to talk to those people.
Australia is beautiful, man. If I could go to one place outside the United States, it'd be Australia.
Absolutely, 100%. I've always wanted to go on a hunting trip in Australia. Go into the outback and, of course, take a guide that knows what's going on out there, because that is not my area of expertise for sure. But yeah, someday maybe I'll make it to Australia. That'd be too cool.
It's beautiful, man. It's definitely one of the most interesting places in the whole entire world. I mean, dude, the people there are great as well.
Yeah, I'd like to just go gold prospecting there.
That would be nice. Yeah, find some gold.
Yeah, definitely.
But would Australia let you have
Right. That's the point.
it?
I don't know if they have mining claims you can buy there or not.
They do have mines. Actually, I believe they got more mines, maybe more than the United States now. I don't know how accurate. I don't know how accurate that statement is, but they have a lot.
Yeah, I know they do a lot over there. I just, for a personal, I know, like, here in the United States, you can go to Colorado and you can actually purchase a mining claim to mine gold and stuff. You can buy as much as 1 acre up to thousands of acres to do this. It'd be
Have you thought
fun.
about doing it?
What's that?
Have you thought about doing it?
Oh, definitely thought about doing it. Yeah, we do some gold panning and stuff.
That's
Go down in the
awesome.
creeks, find a lot of displacer gold down here in Indiana, down in the
That's
southern
awesome.
Indiana anyway.
That's awesome, man. That's definitely very interesting for sure. And I know that you also do some deer hunting as well. And Don Neal was telling me that there's been some witnesses see Bigfoot chasing after a deer, and he said that he believes that is the main food source for deer. For Bigfoot is deer.
Oh, I'd have to probably agree with that. I've heard many stories of hunters coming up on one, dragging his kill away. The hunter just shot a deer. Bigfoot's there dragging it away. Heard of that. Even heard of one ripping a leg off and dropping it on the ground and then leaving with the rest of the carcass. I was like, wow, I don't know how I'd quite react to that. Like, that would be something to have a Bigfoot rip a deer leg off. Here, thanks for the food. Here's your part. Walk on. I think I'd sit there and just sit down and just just shake my head at that point. I'm not even sure how to react to that one. But but I would have to think wild pigs, elk, deer. That's going to be their biggest food sources for sure. And what I hear
Definitely.
from what some people claim the tree knocks are is them actually funneling deer to a choke point to attack. Um, you know, attack from cover, and that's leads into the thing. Well, maybe some of these what we think tree structures might be just ground blinds for a choking point for deer, as some are, modern hunters today use it, and we've used it forever pushing deer on deer drives. And that's one of the theories Bigfoot does, is push these big game into a funnel point to where they can ambush them.
That would support the theory that Bigfoot is half ape and half man, maybe because they have like the intelligence to be able to hunt and stuff.
Yeah, and I've been thinking a lot about that lately, and how you hear there's probably different types of them. It started out as one guy just saying there possibly is 4 types of these things, because from description, of course, in different areas. You wonder if it might not be some sort of split off from man, and then some have evolved more to, I don't know, evolved more human-like traits than others. I guess I might be saying maybe a primate, and some split off and actually develop more humanoid traits. Might be another idea.
Maybe we came from them.
I've heard that story too. I mean, anything you can think of, somebody's come up with about Bigfoot, and they can argue the point, and they'll actually have some good points. And it's just, but unless the government comes out and say they're real and they show us a Bigfoot, we're probably never going to know.
They're not going to.
No, and therefore it'll probably never be, like I said, it'll never be brought public that way. Anybody that tries to bring one in, it's going to be stifled, and it's never going to be known anyway. How somebody finding one and surprising like a whole downtown city somewhere by dropping it on the sidewalk, it's never going to get out. The government's not going to let it, or whoever's running it. I can't say necessarily the government, maybe a branch of the government. Who knows? The Men in Black.
Men in Black, yeah, they run a lot.
They do. In the UFO world, man, they won't
even get on that.
Right.
Yeah, man. The like you said, man, there might come a point where the only way we'll know that Bigfoot is real if somebody shoots it, which I hopefully does not happen. Please do not shoot Bigfoot, because you could be committing murder to a human.
Yeah, that's been discussed a lot. If you shot one and it was a humanoid, a Homo sapien, then yeah, you could probably be tried for murder. If you shoot one, I got a feeling you better have an attorney on hand already, because you're about to go through a world of pain, because they're going to, if you try to deliver one of these to a newspaper city doorstep, your life will be ruined. I don't have a doubt about it.
I mean, I definitely would not. I don't even think anybody could really kill Bigfoot with a gun anyways.
There's a lot of reports that's happened. But it never makes it away from the scene.
That reminds me of the Paintsville UFO crash. Have you heard of that?
No, I haven't.
Oh, wow. It's crazy, man. I'll talk about that.
I've heard of the Kelly, Kentucky one, but haven't heard of the Paintsville one.
Man, I forget it was a train, a CSX train hit a UFO and stuff, and they cleaned it up in like a day or something, and there was like no witnesses come forward or anything. Somebody I know did an investigation like 7 years later, they had new blacktop there and everything at the location of the crash.
Oh wow, that's really cool. I listened to you heard of Bob Lazar.
And somebody actually, I didn't mean to cut you off, but somebody actually seen it. Somebody actually seen it, a maintenance worker, but they wouldn't come forward. Their cousin told the friend of mine about it. Their cousin that's a maintenance worker for CSX actually seen it, but he wouldn't come forward and talk about it. And unfortunately, he died about 5 years ago. So that would have been the only person that possibly would have came forward possibly years from now.
Yeah, I'll have to talk to you more about that story. That's interesting. I hadn't heard that one.
It's crazy, man. My friends that here to chew bubblegum know way more about it than me. They've actually talked to people that know more about it than what I do, for sure. I mean, they've tried to call CSX and everything.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and they called the woman, and actually there was a case on it, but they didn't have the case number to get it on that crash.
Oh wow. That's probably in Project Blue Book somewhere.
Yeah. Well, they have a really good podcast, by the way, man. One of the best podcasts around is Here to Chew Bubblegum.
It's called Chiboga?
No, Here to Chew Bubblegum.
Oh, Here to Chew Bubblegum. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna check that out. I want to hear that. That's interesting.
They're on the radio around here as well. will actually do a Bigfoot segment on their radio station. I mean, on their show that's on the radio station. Definitely appreciate them letting me do a segment on there, and they've had me on. I've had them on. They're going to be on next Friday. They're good friends of mine. They're some of the best people out there. And I'm definitely glad that I met them, and I appreciate them having me on as running a segment on their show. Man, they're some of the best people out there, man. They do a lot of good stuff. They go way into more detail into the crash than what I do. I mean, their podcast is just a great listen, man. You'd enjoy it for sure.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to like and subscribe that one, just for your referral alone. So yeah, definitely, I'll get that fixed up here in a little while. To chew bubblegum, right?
Here to chew bubblegum.
Here to chew bubblegum. Okay, cool.
Yeah, shout out to them. Definitely go subscribe to them, everybody. Here at Chew Bubblegum. They have a YouTube page. They're on Spotify. They're actually on Pandora now. And to get on Pandora is really hard, man. So that's definitely impressive. They're on the radio station. You can listen every Sunday night and every Monday night. Every Sunday night on WXLR at 10 p.m. and every Monday night on WKCB. And you can actually listen on that's on Monday night at 10. You can also listen on the WKCB app and WXLR app too. So you could actually listen to their weekly show.
Nice.
On the radio app.
On the radio, right? Cool. I'll definitely make that happen.
Yeah, dude, it's a good show, man. I love their show.
Nice.
Absolutely, man. They go way more detail about UFOs than what I do, man. And they do a good job on it too.
Good deal, because that's definitely one of my fascinations in life. I mean, it's hard to discount it.
Absolutely, man. You would love the interview I did with Russ Kellett, man. I'm gonna have him on in a couple weeks too.
Yeah, good. I'll be watching for that one.
Yeah, it's already out. The last one we did. This one right here is gonna be.
Yeah, when we're done, I'll listen to that one. Then I'll be waiting for the next one because that sounds interesting as all get out.
This next one's gonna be even better than this one, and I'll tell you why at the end of the interview.
Good.
But yeah, man. I know you also have a few dogman stories. One in London, Kentucky, to be exact, that your grandfather told you.
Yes, that was a good one. That kind of blows some of my theories about dogman away, actually. But yeah, he actually worked in the coal mines in down outside of London, Kentucky, down there somewhere. And he was in town one day. Of course, my whole family was basically from Manchester. So he was in town one day. This was, like I said, in the 30s. He said some fox hunters came in on a wagon and had killed a werewolf, and it was laying in back of the wagon when they brought it into town. And he said this thing had a dog's bottom half, a human's upper half with a dog's head, but the dog's head had human-like eyes to it, he said. But he said what was really strange, the shape of the eyes. He said what was really strange, the eyes were glowing red. They were like fire red eyes in this thing. And that's basically the story. He said it had a human's upper half. He said the thing was chiseled like a bodybuilder. And that was back in the 30s. And he told me this when I was a young kid. I'm 47 now. And he told me this. Shoot, I had to be like 8, 9, 10 years old the first time he told me the story. And he told me it many times after that. And the story never changed. So, and Grandpa, you know, he wasn't one to make up too much. So I believe him, totally believe him. Almost wish I could have been there in the 30s to see it, but but yeah, that was over in London where that supposedly happened at.
Wow, man, there ain't been too many dogman sightings here. I mean, there's rumors of some like here in Knott County and stuff. There's like one rumor of one here in Knott County. But there's been a bunch of Bigfoot sightings, especially here lately, man. I mean, there's probably been, Earl's told me probably about 30, 40 different Bigfoot stories around here just in this area, like Knott County, Pike County, Floyd County, and Perry County, and Letcher County, just like them 5 counties.
Yeah, I know Bigfoot sighted a lot in eastern Kentucky. I do know that. And I want to get into an area where hopefully far enough away from everybody else so that you can kind of discount some of the stuff that's going on around you, you know, not being humans. It's kind of hard to do in modern times. Even you do get deep in these forests and in like Kentucky, and there's just still a lot of people around still. And like I said, the Bigfoot world's blown up so much. You got 2,700 people out there in the woods every weekend hoping to see Bigfoot.
Bigfoot going to a UFO and then drive to Burger King.
Pick up a double whopper.
Yeah. And there was somebody told me a story where a witness told them they seen a Bigfoot driving a UFO, and I was like, that guy must have been higher than anything.
You know, I'll listen to about any story. I would listen to that one for sure, just to hear it. But I can't say that I could lean that way at all. That Bigfoot driving a UFO, and he saw Bigfoot driving. What was it, convertible?
I think he said he seen aliens with him as well. I don't know. There was a good point though. The Russ Kellett brought up. He believes that Bigfoot is the bodyguards for the aliens.
See, and that's I'll go ahead and say it. I mean, the more I look into this, the weirder stuff I hear. It would be hard to argue the point they weren't some sort of alien, with people saying they cloak, footprints disappearing into nowhere kind of thing. You know, if something like that's cloaking, there's a certain amount of technology I don't think we really have that can do that. So, yeah, I mean, that is the more like I said, more I look into it, it's entirely possible this thing could be some sort of alien or bodyguard for an alien. That I don't know, but maybe planted here by aliens to see if they could thrive on this planet. I don't know. It's an interesting theory.
He would know, man. He's been abducted by aliens since like the 70s, man.
Right.
I believe he definitely knows that. I believe that it ain't a theory. I believe he's just telling us the truth.
Telling us the truth. Yeah. I want to listen to this guy, and if you would send me his name, because I'll find him on Facebook, and I would like to have some conversations with that guy for sure.
He's a great guy, man, and
Yeah.
one of the best people around. He's going to be on the BBC here in about 2 weeks or something. He's coming out with a new book and stuff. Everybody should definitely. He already has books out. This one is going to be a heck of a read. All his rest of his books is a heck of a read as well. And his name is Russ Kellett. All you have to do is just type that in on Amazon. Buy a book off of him, man. It's good books, man.
Definitely. Yeah. You know if he's got any audiobook stuff?
Probably, yeah. I'd say okay. Audible.
Okay. Yeah. I'm on Audible. I'll check and see if he's got anything on there. Like I said, it's just a little easier for me to listen than try to sit down and read a book.
I understand. Yeah. Absolutely, man. But yeah, man, I definitely want to thank you for being on, man. And everybody be on the lookout for David's podcast. And he has a group on Facebook called We Are Legends.
We Are Legend Hunters. Yes, sir.
Yeah, We Are Legend Hunters.
Yeah, find us on Facebook at We Are Legend Hunters. You know, we film all kinds of silly stuff on there. It's not all just serious Bigfoot or UFO or paranormal stuff. We actually been doing these little squirrel apocalypse type videos. You should check it out. They're people seem to like them. I'm running out of material though. We give them movie names like Battle of Tree Rat Hill and things like that.
Definitely want to thank David Mills, Bigfoot researcher, Dogman researcher, for being on. And you guys have a good night. I mean, a good day or a good night, what time it is, where you're at. Because, I mean, I got listeners from all over the world. Y'all have a good day or good night. And God